All right, you guys, it is the end of the day. I do not even begin to know how to describe how tired I am, but I have been wanting to make this video all day long. Oh my gosh, my makeup is a wreck. I'm breaking out like nobody's business. And I don't even know why I'm sharing all this on YouTube, but it doesn't matter because I have something so good for you guys. All right. Yes, I wrote notes for once. So this isn't just one of those stream of consciousness rants. All right, how do you use the law of assumption and self-concept to manifest your desired outcome in your custody case? So everybody right now, I guess, well, in the online manifestation world is talking about Neville Goddard, law of assumption. These are not new concepts, but I don't know why. I think because there's so much emotional charge when it comes to custody cases and exes and narcissistic exes and all of that. It just, like, all of it just goes out the window, okay? So, so the core ideas, your self-concept, how you see yourself as a woman, a mom, a co-parent, the creator of your own life, that's the cause, all right? Remember, we are always the cause. Your ex's behavior is the effect. Now, we're gonna get into later why that does not mean that you manifested abuse, so it's your fault. Just think of it as his behavior is an effect in your experience, okay? So we are not going to try to change him or her, okay? This is not gender specific. I'm just speaking statistically. We're not going to try to see them as good or not narcissistic or not a petty tyrant. We're not going to delude ourselves. But you do stop making them the author of your safety, your peace, and your worth. And on a personal note, I've been going through something along these lines recently, and I actually stumbled on one of my old videos. It actually got removed from YouTube, I think, because I had some kind of like footage on there that was, I don't know why, but it's still on TikTok, and I should talk about putting my police hat on. And that's exactly what I need to do and what you need to do, or whatever is your hack into your subconscious. Okay, for me, it's remembering my law enforcement career. So the work, quote unquote, is you're going to choose and occupy a stable inner state. You are just going to naturally accept that you are the peaceful, powerful primary parent, and you're just going to stop feeding that old state. And that old state is one of feeling hunted, attacked, and unsafe. We all know what it feels like to feel like prey and somebody is a predator. Ugh, it's just such a feeling. Ugh. So and you're gonna continue to persist in this peaceful, powerful primary parent state as the litigation continues. So you're gonna think of it like this. You're not spiritually gaslighting yourself. This is not about spiritual bypassing. You're not gaslighting yourself about how awful he is. You are deciding what role he is allowed to play in your movie going forward, okay? And I just want to go off on a really quick tangent. I was thinking about defensiveness the other day and how detrimental it is and why we feel like we need to respond to everything. And then, the narcissist says, oh, well, you didn't respond to it, so I guess it's true. And you're like worried that somebody's actually going to agree with that. Think of it like this. Let's say somebody, like you're walking down the street and somebody starts going on some insulting rant about your purple hair, but you don't have purple hair. So you're not going to sit there and like explain to that person and justify and defend why you don't have purple hair. Like, you obviously don't have purple hair. So, I mean, unless you do have purple hair, but I'm just making something up. Like, somebody was saying, oh, you have the stupidest hat in the world. And you're like, I'm like actively not wearing a hat. You're just going to move on. Okay. I want you to think of that when you are faced with accusations and you're also tempted to defend yourself. Okay. So step one, there are 6 steps in this, by the way. Step 1, you are going to define your new self-concept, but within the realm of legal reality, okay? You're not going to, I mean, I think we all know what that means, all right? Within the realm of reality. So you're going to come up with 3 to 5 identity statements that feel powerful and that feel plausible. Okay, it's got to resonate. So I'll give you some examples. I'm a calm, competent, deeply protective primary parent. If you're not calm and you are emotionally dysregulated, first of all, that's fine. I know plenty of batshit crazy, excuse my language, emotionally dysregulated people that are perfectly fine at manifesting. So again, you choose one that resonates for you. I am legally and spiritually untouchable. My kids are safe with me. I am the woman no one can successfully bully in court or out. I'm always supported by judges, professionals, and facts. For me, it's just, like I said earlier, I just remember I'm a cop. I'm used to dealing with morons on the department and off. I love you guys. And you're going to write these somewhere where you see them daily, because your self-concept work is to read them as if they are already the established reality. You're going to let your body feel what it would feel like if this was a done deal, even if you can only hold that feeling for 30 seconds, all right? You're not denying the court case. You are deciding who you are in relation to it, okay? Oh, excuse me. Oh. All right. Step number 2. Everyone is an echo of your consciousness. Everyone is pushed out, but you're not going to blame yourself. So the Neville Goddard idea of everyone is you pushed out is not I manifested abuse, so it's my fault. It's the way you keep holding this person in your imagination that is echoing back in your nervous system in your interactions. So right now, the internal image you have might be he's a monster who can annihilate me, or he always finds a way to hurt me. You can totally, fully acknowledge his pathology and his history and still shift to something like, oh, I love these. These are so good. I hope you're writing these down. He is loud, but legally ineffective. He thrashes, but the system keeps siding with stability and truth. Me. He is just background noise in a life where I am profoundly protected. So you're not turning him into a sweet, loving co-parent if that feels insane. You are downgrading him from existential threat to irrelevant, unsuccessful antagonist in a story where you win. I always remember my friend Lisa telling me, write the story where you win. And it used to drive me nuts, but like now I get it. There's so many layers to that too. Okay, so step 3. You're going to stop feeding him with your imagination. This is the detachment step. So Neville-style detachment in toxic situations, this is refusing to let this person run your inner world. So in practice, you're going to work on your mental diet. You're going to notice when you start courtroom monologues in your head, forecasting worst case scenarios. You're going to gently interrupt those monologues with, no, that's the old story. In my life, I am the safe custodial parent and things keep working out for me. You're going to limit exposure. Practically, this means you're going to communicate only through documented channels like Our Family Wizard, Talking Parents. And even that, I mean, oh my God, they get so ridiculous. They're like grandstanding and like making these declarations as if like because they documented it in Our Family Wizard, it's true. No, it's not. So there's not going to be any unnecessary texting or calls. No response is also a response and is often the right response, okay? Energetically, after each contact, you're going to do a quick reset. Hand on the heart, breathe, and you're going to repeat one identity statement until your body comes down a notch. And no inner rebuttals, all right? Every time you argue with him in your mind, you're letting him occupy your imagination and your nervous system. So you're going to replace the argument with a short imaginal scene of you leaving court with relief. The kids are with you. The case is calmed down. And detachment, by the way, is not forgiveness or love. It's sovereignty. You don't get to colonize my head anymore. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm tired, but for some reason, making these videos makes me yawny. Does anybody else notice that? Like about themselves, or a YouTuber? Okay. Step 4, you're going to use imaginal scenes that fit a high conflict custody case. So obviously these generic, he's suddenly kind and loving scenes will feel fake. You're going to use scenes that match what you... No, I'm busy. I'm on a call. I'll tell David. Okay, I'm being recorded, so I gotta go. So you want, he stops being able to hurt me. This ends. My kids are with me and my life is peaceful. So you're gonna try one short scene, 10 to 30 seconds. You're gonna replay, all right? So you're sitting at the kitchen table. The kids are doing homework and you exhale and think it's finally over. We are safe. He can't touch us anymore. And you're going to feel your body relax, okay? Or you step out of court, your lawyer smiles and says, "You're solid." The judge saw right through him and you feel relief and quiet victory, all right? Now, I will say one more thing. In the interest of detachment, oh my gosh, and I cannot recommend reading anything by, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. Vadim Zealand enough. For sure, reality transurfing, but also Tufty, the Priestess. Honestly, I would say read that one first. Tufty, the Priestess. Okay, fine. So the key points are you're going to keep it simple, repeatable, and emotionally believable. Okay, why did I mention those books? Oh, I was going to say you also want to imagine it going not your way, because you don't know how it's going to work out, right? And then being fine with it. Like, let's say, God forbid, that the case outcome was not what you want. You're going to picture yourself being totally fine with it, smacking your lawyer on the butt and celebrating as if you did win. And then, like, that's the real opportunity for the miracle, right? That's when, like, the real miracle happens the next day or 3 months from then. Like, I'm not even going to say it. Okay. So for this short imaginal scene, we're still in step 4, by the way, you're going to keep it simple, repeatable, and emotionally believable. You're going to do it when you're falling asleep, when you're waking up, or after you are triggered. You really want to neutralize the energy, the reactive energy when you're triggered. This is how you become the creator of your own reality. This is how you become the cause, not the effect. And you are training your nervous system to recognize safe, victorious me as the new normal state. All right, step 5. You're going to align your actions with your new self-concept. So law of assumption is not a bypass. You don't get to sit on the couch and just fantasize all day. Your actions should match this woman that you are being in your imagination. So from the identity, I am a calm, competent, deeply protective primary parent, you document everything, but you don't doom scroll his filings or his rants. You prepare for court methodically, not chaotically. You choose lawyers and therapists and GALs from the assumption I am always supported and believed. Not everyone will be duped by him. All right, these people who complain about family court, oh my God, they had this victim mindset going in. So it's like they were already expecting that everyone would be duped by their ex. And then that's what happens because our expectations manifest. So expect something good. You prioritize regulation, such as sleep, somatic work, walks, and breath work. That is your legal strategy because a regulated parent reads better to judges and professionals. So you are using spiritual law to strengthen your real world legal posture, but not replace it. Okay? You don't like do breath work and not hire a lawyer or go pro se, right? Or whatever. Okay. Step 6, you are going to eventually let the momentum of hating him gradually peter out to indifference. Hate keeps an energetic cord between the two of you. You do not have to love him. You can work towards indifference. So here's your micro shift. The old you said he's objectively horrible. I hate him so much. The transition is he is what he is. I don't respect him, but I'm done being emotionally available to his chaos. And later, he's just the kid's other parent. My life is about us, not him. So hatred says, you still matter to my nervous system. Indifference says you are no longer the main character. That's the disappearing from your life that you can actually control. That's why they say the opposite of love is not hate, it's apathy, right? It's indifference. All right, and that was step 6. Okay, when he escalates. So in high conflict cases, and I don't really like that phrase, but we're just gonna use it because we are. The other party often escalates when they feel they're losing control. So that is a cue, all right? So that's, you're gonna affirm to yourself at that point that this spike is proof that his grip on my reality is slipping. Or my job is not to fix his escalation. My job is to stay in my state and follow my legal strategy. So again, have your go-to phrase. I am the stable parent. Courts love stability. And repeat it when you're shaken. And I always say this because I have so many clients who are, I don't know why. I think I do know why. For whatever reason, sorry, my eye makeup is like melting off. Neurodivergent women are like food sources for narcissistic men. So sometimes you don't feel so stable, right? Because you actually have feelings, and their stability is actually like rigidity and like scary and punitive and just totally inflexibility. So if you can't like say that I am the stable parent and really believe it, you can say I am the emotionally safe parent. Or, you know, yeah, I might cry sometimes and lose my keys, but I teach my kids how to bring myself back into it. I model for my kids how to emotionally self-regulate, bring yourself back into alignment. I made a whole nother video on this. Actually, I shouldn't say a whole nother video. It was like a short, but it's really good. Okay, so one practical integration routine is for twice a day, 2 to 5 minutes maximum. You're going to read these self-concept statements slowly. You're going to imagine one short, it's over, I'm safe, I won scene. Okay, remember, like 30 seconds. And then you're just going to finish with, this is who I am now. The rest of the world is catching up. And then when you get a triggering email or filing, you are going to pause, breathe, and repeat one identity sentence. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I love you guys, and I'm sorry it's sort of like a disheveled end of the night video, but oh my gosh, it was just one of those days. We all have them, and I really felt like I needed to get this out. So I love you, and I will see you in the next one. I don't think I even introduced myself. I'm too tired. If you want to know who I am, you can look at the description on my bio, whatever, or check out another one of my videos. I think I remember to introduce myself, who I am, and what I do in about half of them. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.